What's up, all my Ewoks? It's Anna, also known as That Star Wars Girl, and today I am going to be reading in my opinion, a pretty pathetic article from the Mary Sue. So you shouldn't be too surprised that this is just SJW propaganda, which provides absolutely no evidence to any of the claims that they lay down. Now, I don't expect much from the Mary Sue, given the fact that it is the Mary Sue, but the Mary Sue takes a lot of shots at, people like me. So I'm going to go through and read this and break down point by point how ridiculous and how, clearly they didn't do any research. So let's read this. Misogynist, already bashing Birds of Prey without seeing it? Where have I seen this before? ... Well, Rachel, I'm going to tell you right now, all of this bullshit that you're trying to shove down people's throats, that, it's the misogynistic people, everything that she's about to lay down as far as claims, she provides absolutely nothing to back it up. But let's get into that. Outrage has taken over the internet. You don't say, look at the headline of your article, and you want to accuse other people of this? Women taking over genre typically dominated by men. When has this ever been dominated by men? If we're just talking about superhero genre, there is just enough women as there are men. So don't give me this bullshit. If you actually have ever picked up a comic book and read it, you would know this. But, did ya? Probably not. I don't think this Rachel chick has read very many comics. Ruining childhoods of those fans who love the male-dominated films. How is this male-dominated? And provide examples as to why this is male-dominated. Can you? Probably no, because guess what? You probably have just looked at the headlines of things. Have you actually watched any of these movies? Or actually, if you're going to report on it, have you seen all of these movies that you claim are male-dominated? Have you? You didn't provide any evidence. You didn't show any of your research because guess what? You probably didn't do any. You're just looking at headlines. You're seeing what's trending, and you're trying to capitalize on that because people are upset with people, the access media and Hollyweird shoving down their political agendas down our throat. We're sick and tired of it. It doesn't matter if it's coming from a man. It doesn't matter if it's coming from a woman. What we want is good stories that stay true to the characters that we, grew up with. Or if you're just getting introduced to it. We just want good stories. That's it. Plain and simple. I don't care if it's coming from a man. I don't care if it's coming from a woman. You need to do your research before you lay down claims like this. It's ridiculous. How dare we females take the thrones for ourselves? In what way is Harley Quinn taking a throne? In what way, shape, or form? She's not. It's a movie about Harley Quinn. Well, guess what? Great. There was episodes of the animated series that was about Harley Quinn. It's not new. It's not this new thing that, oh my God, we're going to do it from Harley Quinn's point of view. Oh my God, this is going to be all about Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn has been around for decades. Guess what? Harley Quinn has her own comics. Harley Quinn was introduced in the animated series. She had her own freaking episodes. So don't give me the shit that, this is the first time we're seeing it all about Harley Quinn, because it's fucking not. I know that because, I grew up with it. If you actually did your research, Rachel, you would know it too. But guess what? You didn't. You just decided to write an outrage article to piss a lot of people off to come and read your damn article. It's stupid. Absolutely stupid. It's a cry for attention. Now, what year am I writing this from? 2020. Is it from the 2016 Ghostbusters movie that was torn to shreds before it even came out? You know what? I don't know about any of that, if it came out or if it was torn to shreds before. This is usually an instance where you would provide evidence. In 2016, I was busy graduating from college. I wasn't looking into any of this. But guess what? When I was in college, when we were talking about this, because I was going to college for concept art for, movies, we did get into these kind of things. And guess what? The second I saw the trailers for this movie, I knew it wasn't going to be good. Because when you take something that was iconic because of a great comedian like Bill Murray, and you make a movie without Bill Murray, it's not going to do good, especially when that's what, the original movies were, based off. It was Bill Murray and his type of comedy. So, if you're going to make claims like this, show it. Show, just screenshots of articles from 2016. Show screenshots of reviews. Did you do any of this research? No, you're just making these claims. The movie came out and it was bad. That's why it didn't do well. It doesn't take an expert to understand why certain movies don't do well, why they bomb. It's because, guess what? When you don't have a good script, it's not going to hold up. That movie was not a good movie. It doesn't matter if you're a man watching it or if you're a woman watching it. If it's not good, it's not good, plain and simple. Or am I talking about 2017's Wonder Woman. There was nothing wrong with Wonder Woman. I have seen almost no backlash for Wonder Woman, and I have seen backlash from two individual people, which I know, I know who they are by names because they comment on stuff on my channel. Out of all of the, 130 something thousand people that follow me in my channel, that have subscribed to my channel, only 2 have I ever seen voice complaints about Wonder Woman. So don't give me this shit. I feel like Wonder Woman was overwhelmingly successful because guess what? It had a great cast. Gal Gadot wasn't going out insulting people. She was very humble because from what I've seen, she's a very humble person, and the movie was good. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Yes, there was problems with it, but it was a pretty well written movie, and it was a pretty entertaining movie. So I don't know what you're talking about when it comes to Wonder Woman. This is when you need to show your research. You need to provide evidence. Show your freaking receipts. If you're gonna make claims like this, show your receipts. It's not that hard. Maybe it's 2019's Captain Marvel, or maybe I'm looking to the future of Black Widow, or what's happening right this second with Birds of Prey. Okay, Captain Marvel got bashed on to no end because first off, you guys want to shove down our throats, say, oh, we need diversity? All right, then why wasn't Monica Rambeau Captain Marvel? Why was it Carol Danvers? Right out the bat, right there. You want to go SJW, you want a virtue signal? Why wouldn't you go with the woman of color? That was a question that people, proposed. We're like, hey, you've been shoving down these identity politics down our throats for years now, it seems. And now why are you going with Brie Larson over a woman of color that you could have cast? And the reason why, before the movie came out, people were, upset about Captain Marvel was the stupid shit Brie Larson was spewing out of her mouth. She caused so much controversy over Captain Marvel because she's a freaking moron. And the things that she was saying, let me alienate, an entire gender from coming and seeing my movie. That's what's causing outrage. And then, people that actually saw the movie, yeah, they had problems with it because it was a horribly written movie. There was a lot of issues with the damn movie that people, if you actually go and watch reviews, if you actually did your research, Rachel, and provided evidence, you would understand why people were upset about Captain Marvel, but you didn't. Very clearly. Time and time again, it's hard to even have an honest, critical conversation about these female-led movies because of men. No. It's not because of men. And you put in little parentheses, and some women on the internet trashing the movie in bad faith before we even get a chance to see it. Again, you're probably having a hard time having a conversation with people, an honest, critical conversation, because you're not capable of honesty, very clearly. You're making these accusations without providing any type of evidence. If you're going to do this, and if you want to be a successful journalist, you need to do this. That's why people that are successful journalists are successful, because guess what? They work really fucking hard at what they do. They do their research. They provide evidence to back up these things that they are claiming, and that's why people take them seriously. Sites like the Mary Sue, just in the name in general, you're not going to be taken very seriously. But if you want honest, critical conversation, do your fucking research. Don't just write this article with a ridiculous headline, go make accusations against people, and not have any evidence to back up the things that you're accusing them of. That's why nobody takes you seriously, and don't give me this bullshit about honest, critical conversation when you have already proven within, 2 paragraphs that you're not capable of that. It's ridiculous. Don't do, the whole meme where it's like, let me throw my opinions over the wall to the internet, and when opinions come back and it's like, hey, well, let's talk about this, and then don't go and cry like, oh my God, you're attacking me. It's like, no, if you're going to throw this out into the ether, you got to be prepared for the consequences. You got to be prepared for people to provide counter arguments to things that you can't even back up with evidence because you don't have any. It's plain and simple. I don't know why this is such a hard concept. So let's take a moment, buckle in, and explore why men and some women, and again, some women, really don't put it in parentheses, just put and some women. You don't need to put it in parentheses. That, if anything, you're just excluding women even more, or you're trying to highlight the fact that it's some women. It's some women. Why don't you treat us all equally? Why don't you put men, why don't you put people from people. If it's men and some women, guess what? That's people. So let's take a moment, buckle in, and explore why some people on the internet continue to be the worst. If you're going to make accusations, why are we the worst? If you honestly want to look at it, worst is a matter of subjective opinion. Please provide evidence as to why we are the worst. Show it. Show why. Show screenshots. Go, link, this is where I get this information because this person did this review on IMDb or on, Rotten Tomatoes, if you want to use those as sources. This is why here's a list of, links to YouTube channels where you can go find things why I think these people are the worst. Do it. Show the receipts. Leave, the evidence is there. I don't know why you're not providing these things if you're going to make these accusations. It doesn't make any sense, and I feel like I've repeated myself enough on that point. But it's just going to continue coming up because you're making accusations with absolutely no ground to stand on. Excuse me. Time and time again, we are confronted with the knowledge that in order for women to succeed in any given format, we have to fight an uphill battle to go there. No, if you do your research, if you work hard, you will be successful at what you do. If you put your heart and soul into it, if this is something that you genuinely care about, people will see that and it's going to work out well for you. And, sometimes it will depend on the situation. Like, obviously, being, an author is very different than, being a scientist. But honestly, if you put the time, you put the research into it, you have that drive, if you have that desire within yourself to be successful, you will. It's not just an uphill battle for women. It is an uphill battle for everyone. If you want to be successful, you have to be willing to put the work in. And guess what? Work is work. It's an uphill battle for everyone. So don't just exclude women. Don't be like, oh, women are so fragile. Oh, women have this hardship upon us. Every fucking person in the world, we all start off the same. We're born, and guess what? It's an uphill battle from there for every single person. Please understand that. I don't know why it's such a hard concept. I don't know why some people don't understand common sense. Let's look at it for the sake of argument and because it was the most recent movie to go through this, Captain Marvel. Prior to release, it was dragged continually by men and some women. Well, finally, she doesn't put it in parentheses, who did not even see the movie yet. Again, the reason why Captain Marvel got so much heat before the movie came out was because Brie Larson was out there running her big mouth saying, oh, it's not made for you. If you're a white man, I don't care about your opinion. Let me go do all these GoFundMes so little girls, so like lesser need little girls can go watch my movie. Instead of, providing and raising GoFundMes for food, for shelter, for education, for medicine, instead let's raise GoFundMe so that way my movie will get more money. So that way we can use these GoFundMes so that way my movie gets more tickets sold. So that way I make more money at the end of the day. Yeah, that's causing a lot of controversy. It was really shady shit. Brie Larson, from the way that she marketed herself, from the way that she carried herself, even later on in Avengers Endgame when you see her interacting with the rest of the cast, nobody can fucking stand that woman. There was a lot of controversy around the movie because of Brie Larson. If she would have kept her big mouth shut, there would have been a lot of less controversy. People would have focused more on the writing, which if you actually did your research and you watched the reviews for the movie, that was a lot of people's main thing. Brie Larson can't act. It was directed poorly, and the fact that the script was written awfully. If you actually did your research, you would understand that. And instead of making these accusations that people, it's because it's a male-dominated thing. Like, let's reach this. They just hated the idea of Marvel. I don't think anyone hates the idea of Marvel. Marvel wouldn't be like a billion-dollar, basically, franchise if people didn't like Marvel. People love Marvel. They don't hate Marvel. They fucking love Marvel. And that's why people got so upset by the things that Brie Larson was saying. Because people have followed this for over a decade. People are invested. People love this. People want to see it succeed. Who the fuck cares if it's about a man or a woman? We just want to watch superhero movies. So if it's good, we're going to be excited. But when a woman, it doesn't even matter if it's a woman. If an actor or actress is coming out to market this movie and say, hey, guess what? You, this one gender, it's not made for you. Go away. I don't want you. I don't care about your opinions because you're a gender, because you're this certain gender that I don't like, that I don't agree with, because your skin is this color. I don't care about your opinions. That's what's going to piss people off. People aren't doing this out of hatred. People are doing this out of love because they are passionate about this franchise, because they love these characters and they don't want to see it get fucked up. And they're upset when it's something that they've been supporting for over a decade, and then this lady comes in out of fucking nowhere and starts insulting people. That's why people were pissed off. And again, it wasn't out of hatred, it was out of fucking love. If you actually did your research, you would understand that. If you actually had common sense, you would understand that. They just hated the idea of Marvel, which has previously been dominated by men, having their first female lead. Nobody was complaining because it was the first female-led movie. If anything, people were saying that it should have happened a lot earlier. That Black Widow should have gotten her movie. That Scarlet Witch should have gotten her movie. Heck, that if you were going to do Captain Marvel, you should have done it a lot earlier instead of introducing it at the end, right before Avengers Endgame. Those were the concerns that I myself brought to the table, and that I saw a lot of other people bringing to the table, that this should have happened earlier. That was a big, big issue that we were all talking about. Again, if you actually did your research, you would fucking know that, but obviously you didn't. You're just making an outrage article. Maybe it was because it wasn't Natasha Romanoff, which is a whole other subject, but it's probably more just the idea of women getting literally anything. No, that's not. Women are more than welcome to get whatever the fuck they want. Women, I mean, if you look at it, if you look at the way that the heroes are set up as far as power-wise, look at Scarlet Witch. Look at how fucking powerful she is. I would have loved to seen an origin story Scarlet Witch movie with her and her brother Quicksilver. Heck, they could have done that before Age of Ultron. They could have introduced and done like the whole Scarlet Witch movie and have her be the lead and have, it be from her point of view, and then have her brother be, the number 2. You got the best actor/actress and then the best supporting actor. Done the whole movie on that. It would have been fucking great. People would have loved that. It would have been a nice, lead in to Avengers Endgame. And if you want to really get on the topic of, it's been male-led, there's a strong fucking woman in every single Marvel movie. All of the Marvel women are not little pussies. They're not little pansies that just sit at home and cry. And I feel like the Mary Sue just thinks, or, the people that make these accusations, it's like, did you not watch a Marvel movie? It's not like every single woman in every single Marvel movie was barefoot pregnant in the kitchen. No, they were CEOs. They were entrepreneurs. They were high-ranking officials within, the military. They were strong, badass fucking women since the fucking beginning. Fucking first woman you're introduced to in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Well, yes, you can argue the point of Elektra, but you got Pepper freaking Potts. She's over there the entire time putting Tony Stark in his freaking place. Every single movie she's in with him. That's the introduction to the first, female character within Marvel, or, one of the leading characters within Marvel, one of the, well-established female characters within Marvel. Pepper fucking Potts. Did you not watch the damn movies? Women have been there from the beginning, so don't use this excuse and try to bash on men and try to say, everyone hates women because they're women. No, if you actually did your fucking research, you would know what the fuck you're talking about. You would know how fucking stupid you sound. But oh my god, actually watching the movie, actually doing the research. That's too hard. Let me just make an outrage article to insult men and some women. Really, Rachel? Really? You're not helping yourself. You really aren't. Let's see. I'm waiting for the Black Widow attacks next. Okay. I've literally seen nobody attack Black Widow. The only outrage I've seen so far from, the Access media about Black Widow was that the one dude that played Hellboy that was on Stranger Things was getting fat shamed. Which, that was part of the joke, was that he was older and he's putting on the costume. That's the only type of backlash I've seen, or, the kind of, the attacks. And that's not even attacks, that's, they put a gag in the trailer and people talked about it. And then the Access media decided to turn it into, oh god, people are fat shaming him. Nothing to do with Scarlett Johansson. If anything, people are saying this movie should have come out earlier. You want to classify that as attacks? That, people are going to attack Black Widow. It's not, because guess what? Scarlett Johansson actually has a freaking brain inside her skull. She knows how to carry herself. She's warm and energetic. When you see her do interviews, her, charisma is infectious. She's, I feel like a very standout person. And so when you have something like a Black Widow movie, she's not going to go there and go on screen and, go and do an interview saying, I don't hate white dudes, but I don't care about your opinions. She's not going to do that. The reason why Captain Marvel, again, got so much heat before the movie came out was because Brie Larson went and opened her big mouth and offended an entire gender of people. That's fucked up. That's why it got heat before the movie came out. Do your research. It's not that hard. Let's continue. It's exhausting. It really is. It really is exhausting to have to continuously explain this to people like you. Which is the easiest way of putting it. We live in a world where any male nerd movie that stars a woman is going to get attacked before it's even on its feet. Are you fucking kidding me? Not everything that's nerdy has to be about boys. Where any male nerd movie. Why is it a male nerd movie? Why are you specifically saying this is a male nerd movie? Nobody makes a movie saying this is only for men. And, women, you can come in. But this is specifically made for men. Aside from, certain, X-rated movies, nobody really says that. No one does. It's just, hey, look, this is the Matrix. It doesn't matter if women come in, or if more women come and see it, and if more men come and see it. It's just the Matrix. It's just a movie that's made, in the sci-fi, you can say Neo is a superhero. It's a certain type of superhero, but you can look at that and say, wow, that's a superhero movie. Superman isn't specifically made for male nerds. It's Superman. Anyone can go in and watch a Superman movie and love Superman. Batman, one of the greatest characters that's ever been written. One of the most dynamic characters that's ever been written. Batman is my favorite superhero. When I go watch a Batman movie, it's not a male nerd movie. It is a fucking superhero movie. It's where you see a person that either has superpowers or doesn't, that takes it upon themselves to go and save others from the bad guys. They put on a funny looking costume and they go out and they fight crime. That is not just for male nerds. That is for everyone. That is one of the beautiful things about the whole superhero genres. And you want to go say that, movies that stars women is going to get attacked before it's even on its feet? Okay, what about movies like Alien? What about movies like Underworld? Let's see, what's another one? Lara Croft. I don't see anyone throwing a fit. Well, the new one, maybe. But the older ones, the one with, Angelina Jolie, those are great movies. The video games were great, too. You go look at that stuff. I don't see any, you want to say, a bunch of men are going to throw a fit because a woman is the lead of it. I don't think any fucking man complains because Lara Croft is the lead for Tomb Raider. Nobody complains about that. Nobody complains because Ellen Ripley is the star and is the hero of of Alien. That she goes and she is a badass and she fights aliens. Nobody complains about that. No men complain about that. And I'm pretty damn sure, well, yeah, there's always some assholes. But I'm pretty sure the vast majority of the ones that you are attacking are not complaining because these franchises are led by women. Nobody is complaining about that. The access media is what makes this a problem. When people complain because an actress goes and runs her big fat mouth and goes and offends a bunch of people, and then her movie gets, backlash for it, but then, hey, guess what? The movie still made $1 billion. So what the fuck are you complaining about? You want to go and use that as your argument? Oh, well, it made money, so F you all the trolls. It's like, all right, well, that doesn't change the shit that she said. It doesn't change the fact that she's going and having to do some serious damage control because of the shit that she said, because she made herself so unlikable to everyone that saw the things that she said. That's why it received so much backlash. So don't give me this shit. And especially with Birds of Prey, Birds of Prey is getting it in multiple ways, even saying that the female leads lack sex appeal because ... Why? Let me explain something. I don't think any man looks at Margot Robbie and any woman and doesn't think, wow, that's a gorgeous fucking woman. Yeah, I would prefer to see Harley Quinn in the typical costume. I get that this is, a different type of thing, but as far as sex appeal, I don't think Margot Robbie is. You can put her in a fucking trash bag and she's still gonna have sex appeal. The other women in it, I think the biggest issue that people are having is the really bad costume choices. And again, I don't think that has anything to do with necessarily just sex appeal. I think it has to do with, wow, out of all these amazing costumes, like look at the original costume for Huntress, look at the costume for Black Canary. You have these great costumes and then you pick this. It doesn't make sense. And I don't understand why the costume department is going with that way. And from all of the people that I've seen that have talked about it, that's the concern. It's like, you have these cool, iconic costumes and you're not using them. I don't think that's necessarily not just sex appeal. I think that's just a general concern is when you're doing a superhero movie, if you're not going to improve upon the costume, then why change it? Why have something great and then you provide something that's worse or that's mediocre? I think that's the concern. And I don't think you understand that. The men watched the trailer and didn't like that Harley Quinn said fuck off to the Joker. I have not seen anyone say that. If anything, men included, everyone knows that Harley Quinn and Joker, it's a very, horrible relationship. It's full of domestic violence. Heck, even in some of the comics, when you go and you find, Harley Quinn, she falls into this pit and there's skeletons from the other Harley Quinns. It's a very toxic relationship that everyone, kind of feels bad for Harley because she got manipulated by the Joker into being Harley Quinn, into, losing her life, losing her career for this psychopath. And it's, it's Stockholm Syndrome to its finest. I haven't seen anyone get upset because Harley Quinn told the Joker to fuck off, except for the people that hardcore ship that, are diehard, oh my God, this is the best relationship ever, that don't understand what a toxic relationship is. So this excuse, it's like, again, provide the evidence. Show me where people are saying this if you want me to take you seriously. Because right now, no sane person looks at Harley Quinn and the Joker and thinks, wow, that's the ideal relationship. Wow, look at the way he treats her. Look at how he he's, even in the animated series, even in the comics, he's hitting her, he's, manipulating her, he's talking down to her, he's insulting her, he treats her like absolute shit. Nobody's gonna get mad when Harley Quinn says F you to Joker. Nobody. Except for the weirdos that like that don't understand what a toxic relationship is. And those are a whole nother ball field of people that you got to deal with. And again, provide your evidence if you're going to if you're trying to categorize, people that are just genuinely upset as compared to the weirdos that ship that kind of stuff. Provide evidence for both. If you're going to make these claims, provide evidence. It's that plain and simple. Excuse me. When it comes down to it, I guess, I want to know, when will this end? Maybe when people in the access media stop making accusations without providing any evidence. Maybe that's when it'll end. How many successful movies need to come out with women as leads before we finally just have an acceptance of these movies? It was never a problem. Women have been leads since, they started making movies. Nobody had a problem with this until... we're in this first world country where we don't have as many problems as we used to. So now SJWs and the access media are creating issues out of nothing. They are creating issues that didn't exist before because they're running out of things to complain about. When, hey, guess what? There actually is things to complain about. But let's not focus on those things. Instead, let's focus on, men and some women are complaining about this movie. It's like, big fucking deal. There's other shit going on in the world because some people have a problem with the fact that this movie could have been so good, but instead they're making it mediocre. People have a right to have a problem with that. People have a right to complain that a superhero movie that they've been following for, decades, that, hey, the characters' costumes kind of look like shit. Hey, the Suicide Squad movie sucked, and the fact that this is a sequel, or, it's within that same universe, we're upset at the fact that look at the source material, look at how good it could be, and instead they're making something mediocre. They're making something that looks like it's gonna suck. The costumes are subpar. You have these iconic looks, and you're not using them. People have a right to air their frustrations. I don't see why that all of a sudden condemns them to, oh my God, you're the worst people on the internet. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. Let's see. Do women need to start our own franchise and just run with it from there in hopes that the men of the internet don't find us? This is absolutely ridiculous. There are plenty of franchises that are led by women. Heck, again, you can even go look at Marvel. Even though we're talking about DC here, look at fucking Wonder Woman. Look at it. You can make a movie about freaking Maxima and have a great movie about that and have it, even though she's a villain, like this, Harley Quinn is a villain. Maxima is typically she's looked at as an antagonist. She does redeem herself, and, she has a really big part in the Death of Superman comic. But if you actually go and let's look at Maxima compared to Harley Quinn. Okay, Maxima is like this warrior type, a personality type woman from this, warrior type planet. She wants to breed and, have children with Superman because he is this ideal-like being, and she wants to have offspring with Superman because she wants the best offspring that she could possibly produce with Superman. And she's willing to kidnap him and take him and just use him for her own sexual fantasies. All right, so when you want to go argue, female empowerment, I mean, I don't know how you get more female empowerment than that. And she's got some badass fucking superhero powers. Go look at characters like Maxima, which the media is kind of ignoring. I mean, you have great I wouldn't say they're great franchise, but great money-making franchises like 50 Shades of Grey. So you know that there's a market out there. Okay, so why don't you do a movie about Maxima? It would be R-rated, and we already know that R-rated superhero movies make a lot of money. You got Deadpool, you got Joker. They make money. It doesn't matter if they're rated R. And, you even got Logan. They'll make money even if it's rated R. So you want to go do an adult or more adult-themed movie with a female-led superhero? There you go. Within the DC universe, there you go. And, the women will also be able to, live out their fantasies of seeing, Henry Cavill in that way, if they decide to continue to have Henry Cavill. But there you go. There's a female character that is, Harley Quinn is considered a villain. I mean, you can even do a freaking Poison Ivy movie. That would be a great movie. Show Poison Ivy. Yes, Poison Ivy is a villain. She is a Batman villain. Show Poison Ivy. Show how she poisoned Harvey Dent. Show how she, manipulates... not Superman. Show how she manipulates Batman. There you go. I just provided 2 examples for you. It's not that hard. And guess what? Men, I'm pretty sure, aren't going to have a problem with it unless... the writing is bad. Unless the actresses go out and say, fuck you men. I don't want men coming and seeing my movie. I don't want men with this color skin to come see my movie. People are going to have a problem with that. But if you just make a superhero movie and, do a good superhero movie, people might nitpick. People might have problems with certain aspects of it, but it's not going to get this type of backlash that Captain Marvel did. So if you actually would do your research, if you actually looked into superheroes, you wouldn't be writing ridiculous articles like this. And I mean, I'm losing my voice from talking, but holy crap, I don't understand why concepts like this are so hard. I really don't. I'd like for one female-led movie to come out without having to listen to an angry man or angry men screaming about how it's bad before they even lays eyes on it. Again, show me your research. Show me the receipts. Show me where men have been crying and saying that this movie is bad before it comes out. I'm sure there's people out there that have done this. But provide the evidence to back up these claims, because right now I'm having to take your word for it, and I'm not. I don't know you. You're not a trusted member of the media. I've never seen, you get, awards. I've never seen you, on a website that, or, on a news or in a news setting that people actually take seriously. You need to show your research. Even at the end of this article, show, here are my sources on where I got all of this information. Because just making the accusation that, men are screaming that it's bad, I'm not going to take you seriously until I see where you got your information from. Because right now, again, I'm having to take your word for it, and I don't trust you. You're not a trusted source for me. And yes, I know that Wonder Woman 1984 and the unnamed Captain Marvel sequel will do well because the first installments did. But that's because both Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel had to be rallied behind by women everywhere because of said backlash. Again, I didn't see any backlash for Wonder Woman. I didn't. Again, out of the over 134,000 subscribers that I have, I only know 2 people that have complained about Wonder Woman. And, they're not going out there, well, one of them is, going out there, being hateful about it. One person, one of the people is, here's all of my evidence, here's all my research, let me put it for you in, a very organized and an orderly manner without, trying to be a hateful person. Let me show you why I feel this way. And then the other person is just a psycho troll that, hates Wonder Woman for whatever reason, doesn't make any sense. But, I mean, you're always going to have that on the internet. You're going to have, a few people that are going to scream the loudest and, even though they're not very coherent in the way that they do that. But that's what happens when you go on the internet. The trolls do exist. As far as Captain Marvel, we all know why Captain Marvel got backlash. I've said it multiple times in this video. Also, the reason why Captain Marvel made money was because it was right before Avengers Endgame, and people thought by going and seeing this movie, it was going to have, a very big impact on Avengers Endgame, because at the end of Infinity War, when Thanos snapped and everyone turned to dust, who does Samuel L. Jackson call? Captain freaking Marvel. So you think, oh, Captain Marvel is coming in, Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury called Captain Marvel. This is, this girl, this character is gonna do some fucking business, gonna do some damage. So when people went and saw Captain Marvel, it's because of the lead up to Avengers Endgame. I don't know how well Captain Marvel 2 will do, because it's not gonna have that Avengers Endgame crutch. So we'll see. It's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out, to see how Brie Larson handles herself this time around as far as press. I would have loved to critically look at both Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel without feeling like any criticism would open the door for men, on the internet to tank it and ruin whatever hope I had for sequels. Okay, well, see, then you're living your life the wrong way. If your idea of these movies is going to get ruined by you seeing a bad review of it on the internet, then you're a pretty weak-minded person. I don't let my view of things get swayed by other people's opinions. I go and I watch something and I form my opinion on my own. But if you're going to write, I would have loved both Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel without feeling like any criticism would open the door for men on the internet to tank it and ruin whatever hope I had for sequels. So you're getting upset because people on the internet are they're using their freedom of speech to voice their opinions, and you're getting upset because it could harm the fact that the movie's getting a sequel. Well, then, hey, guess what? If these people are your enemies, as you've shown in this article, so then you're giving power to them by saying that they have enough power to control whether a movie gets a sequel or not. Why aren't you talking about a movie like Alita Battle Angel that got, an enormous amount of praise? Yes, there were some people that didn't like it, that had problems with it. There were problems with Alita. And, there's a lot of people that love the anime, they love the manga of it, and they had problems with the movie. But as far as Alita, I saw a majority of positive reviews for it. Why aren't you talking about that? Why aren't you highlighting that? And you know what sucks about that is that the movie Alita, it got a lot of good reviews as compared to Captain Marvel. And guess what? It might not get a sequel. And I thought it was a pretty damn good movie. There was problems that I had with it, but I was interested to see where it was going to go. Why aren't you writing an article about that? Why aren't you highlighting that this movie that got good reviews, that didn't get the backlash that Captain Marvel did, is probably not going to get a sequel, which is a female-led movie? Why aren't you talking about that? Oh, guess what? It's probably because you don't care, because it doesn't fit into your agenda, and you probably haven't seen it, because you obviously haven't even done your research for this article, and, it just doesn't make sense. It's like, if you're going to form this type of opinion, again, provide evidence, show your sources, and make clear distinctions on why you feel this way about A, B, and C, and then go and use examples. I don't know why this is such a hard concept. Apparently every freaking writer has missed this in their English classes. Granted, there wasn't much about either of these movies I would change, but that's not particularly the point. It's not the point, and that's honestly a matter of your own opinion, your subjective viewership of this movie, or those movies. I like all the men who have come before me want to look at a movie and go, without fear that no other female-led movie will happen in this genre as a result. What? I, like all men who have come before me, want to look at a movie and go, without fear that no other female-led movie will happen in this genre as a result. I would have that weight lifted off me so I can go into a movie and just enjoy it without having to feel like I have to scream about it for months to counteract the jerks on the internet who hate anything that isn't filled with white men named Chris. Okay, that's a bash at Marvel. That's a bash because all of the actors are basically named Chris. You got Hemsworth, Chris Pratt, Chris Evans. Oh, okay, nobody is making that argument except for you. I don't care what color the guy's skins are. I was honestly more upset with Justice League that they didn't have Jean the Martian in it, because Jean and Superman were the ones that formed, the Justice League. At least, there's different versions on how the Justice League was formed. I personally like that version the best, so I'm going to go off of that bias. I don't fucking care what color their skin is. Honestly, why don't you have Green Lantern? My favorite version of Green Lantern is a black guy. Why don't you do that movie? Why don't you have that character? And, it's not so... And again, if you're going to just look at people for the color of their skin, for what they have between their legs, that's a very narrow-minded view, and it's not helping anything. It's actually part of the problem. I'm not looking at a superhero movie and saying, I hope this doesn't get a sequel because there's a man in it. I hope this doesn't get a sequel because there's a woman in it. No, I'm looking at the movie and saying, wow, I hope this movie is good, so that way it gets a sequel. I hope the script is good. The writing, please let this be good. Please let this be an intriguing story, because if the story isn't there, it doesn't matter how charismatic the lead actor or actress is. If the story isn't there, if people aren't invested in this, it doesn't have, yes, because it's a superhero movie, yes, because it's got a Marvel stamp on it, they'll probably make more. But if the movie doesn't make money, a lot of that has to do because the story doesn't resonate with people. And sometimes you can have a great story, and then the actor or actress doesn't do a good job, and it just kind of kills it. And, we've seen movies like that where it's like, oh, this is so cringeworthy. And it sucks because the story was there, and, there was just things that failed it. So there's a lot that go into why a movie isn't going to make it, and why a movie is going to make it, or if a movie is going to fail. It doesn't have to do with the fact that it's female-led. There's been plenty of female-led movies that do freaking great, that make money. And then, you can look at the Charlie's Angels. You can look at the TV show. Very successful. You can look at the ones with Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and Lucy Liu. I remember growing up and loving those movies. Those movies were great. This new Charlie's Angels movie didn't do so well because guess what? Women didn't want to go see this movie because guess what? I don't want to go watch a movie with... Who are those women? Okay, you got the girl from Twilight, and then you got the chick that played Jasmine in the new live-action Aladdin. I don't care about those people. I don't want to go watch those movies. When I was, young and growing up, and I saw, Charlie's Angels, hey, I love Drew Barrymore. Hey, I love Cameron Diaz. Hey, I love Lucy Liu. I want to go watch them in that movie. So this whole argument that, without fear that no other female-led movie will happen in this genre as a result. Well, guess what? That has a lot to do with the casting, with the writing, and the marketing. Because the marketing is crucial. If you fuck up your marketing, then guess what? Nobody's going to know about your movie. Or if you do, a shit ton of marketing and the marketing isn't good, it's going to alienate your fans. That's what happened with Captain Marvel. Brie Larson fucked up on the marketing. She fucked it up. She opened her big mouth. She alienated a bunch of people. And that's where the problem started. Nobody would have had leading up to the movie, nobody would have had problems if Brie Larson wouldn't have gone up on stage and said, I don't hate white dudes, but I don't care about your opinions. It wasn't made for you. And that wasn't even talking about Captain Marvel. That was talking about A Wrinkle in Time. She went and she alienated people. People don't want to go and support that type of person, that type of racist mentality. Nobody wants to support a racist person like that. It's just freaking common sense. I don't understand why that's such a hard concept. Birds of Prey does have a white man named Chris, though. So, Well, it doesn't matter. That's not... Again, it doesn't matter their skin color. It really doesn't. Unless it's specifically, this character has to be this ethnicity for this reason, which has to do with their character. Like Thor. Thor has to be, a white dude because it's from Norse mythology. It wouldn't make sense to have him, be Asian, to have him be black, to have him be Hispanic. It wouldn't make sense because he is a Norse god. You can get away with any of the other type of swaps in there. I mean, you can go look at, a female character. Okay, so let's look at Zorro. Let's look at The Mask of Zorro. That was a very positive movie when it came out. It's a very popular movie when it came out. Catherine Zeta-Jones is not Hispanic. She's supposed to be playing a Hispanic character. And, she's, what's her name? Oh my God, Elena. She's supposed to be playing the character Elena, whose, father is Zorro. Anthony Hopkins isn't Hispanic. He's Welsh. Guess what? So is Catherine Zeta-Jones. Nobody went and threw a bitch fit because, oh my God, Catherine Zeta-Jones, she's playing supposed to be a Hispanic character, and she's not Hispanic, she's Welsh. Nobody threw a fit about that because guess what? It's called acting. She played that character well. You believed it. The actresses even talked about how when she would do the red carpet, everyone would say, gracias, and, talk to her in Spanish, not knowing that she's not Spanish, that she doesn't know how to speak Spanish, that she's Welsh. Very, very different parts of the world. But guess what? She's an actress. She did it well. She did it so well, she fooled the media. Nobody threw a fit because, it's a Welsh actress playing a Hispanic role. No, she got the part because she was the best, person for the job. Nobody's throwing a bitch fit about that, because back then they didn't virtue signal like they do now. So if you're gonna freak out because because there's white men named Chris, well, guess what? I'm pretty sure Chris Evans got the job because out of all the men that auditioned, he was the best for the part. Pretty sure Chris Hemsworth, you just look at the man. He was born to play Thor. He was the best actor for the job. It doesn't matter that his name is Chris. It doesn't. It really freaking doesn't. So stop trying to use this as a bash on the franchise and as a bash on the movie. It doesn't make sense. Basically, how many successful female-led nerd-based movies have to happen before we can stop this frankly fucking stupid trend of bashing movies nonstop just because it isn't filled with male heroes? That's not happening. That's not an issue. People like, the Access media, people like these SJW virtue signaling people that don't provide any research want to make these accusations and want to create problems that don't exist. And I mean, that's what happens when you create something out of nothing. You create this problem that never existed before, and then you want to go and you want to attack people on the internet, and when you get backlash, you try to play the victim. It's not going to work. This isn't an issue. It's an imaginary issue that people like this woman that's writing this article from the Mary Sue and other members of the Access media are creating to cause outrage. When will this madness end? When you guys stop being fucking insane. It's that plain and simple. No, I don't want to become a supporter. The Mary Sue has a strict comment policy that forbids, but is not limited to, personal insults towards anyone, hate speech, and trolling. So, no freedom of speech on this website. What a big surprise. Anyway, guys, sorry that this article sucks so bad. That's what happens when you get an amateur person that doesn't do their research, that doesn't provide any evidence to back up any of their claims, and doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about, to be completely honest with you. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, that's okay too. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Make sure you click that little bell. That way you get notifications when I do other videos and live streams. And until next time, guys, have a great rest of your day. And may the force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone.